Have you ever wondered to yourself, what is the UK's busiest theme park? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Chessington World of Adventures. This is one of the busiest UK theme parks to visit during the summertime. And over the past few weeks, I've been analysing how long the queue time waits are here at Chessington. And on average, they're around 80 minutes, with most of the coasters at some point in the day topping over 100 minutes. So I thought today, I've got to come down to Chessington. It's a Wednesday during the summer holidays, and see the queue times for myself, and see whether Chessington are being sneaky and lying about some of the queue times to make more fast track sales. But with that said, join me here from Chessington World of Adventures for my first visit in 3 months, and during the British summertime, which today it actually is sunny. Unlike when I visited Drayton Manor last week and it was pouring with rain, today the sunshine is out. I'm gonna have a good day here at Chessington. I'm probably not gonna do too many rides, but it's great to be back at this theme park, and of course getting back on Mandrill Mayhem, the brand new coaster here to the park. Before we start getting on some rides, I think it's only fair to show a little bit of credit to the new entrance plaza here at Chessington. Last year here at Chessington, whilst they were building the world of Jumanji, they also redid the entrance plaza, which was much needed. I mean, before, it just felt very mixed matched and out of place, whereas now it looks so open. Look at it, it's so nice, with the sunshine and the blue skies, the clouds. I mean the blue skies and all the clouds. I mean, it'd look even better if it was all just blue sky. But here, it's still very nice. It's very open and clear, which I feel like it needed before. Like, you had all different huts here, and it just felt very old and dated. Like, the huts weren't really used anymore, whereas now they've got like these really nice elephants, the animals, all in real grass. Yes, don't question it, it is real grass. They've got like a jeep in the middle there as well, and it's just so much more open, more colourful. It just looks so much better. Like, all of the ground is all just now flat tarmac. It looks so nice. All the trees, Wilderfest, you've got the soundtrack playing in the background. It is nearly a perfect entrance. The only thing that I question is why they didn't get turnstiles at the front. I mean, they've got gates there, and in the morning they have people scanning them, so I don't know why they didn't get turnstiles. I mean, every Merlin park has a turnstile, so I don't know why they've just got gates there with people scanning them. It feels like an unnecessary staff cost from a business point of view, but they've got them there. I don't know why. They could have just had literally turnstiles where you can literally scan yourself and head straight through, and have just a few members of staff in case anyone needs any help. But still, I really like this open plaza. It looks so much more better in the summer as well, with the sun shining. You can see Dragon's Fury with its vibrant colour scheme. Mandrill Mayhem, the new world of Jumanji, is very clear, as you can see. Dragula Shrine looks very nice, and yeah, you've just got these row of gates which you can go in and out, and there's a member of staff. Even though it's a bit later on in the day where I've come today, there's still a little member, just a 2 member of staffs there, I think, which can just scan your tickets and you can head straight through. A much needed change to Chessington, and I'm glad they've done it. Already this park looks so good for the summer. First ride of the day is going to be the Mara spinning coaster, Dragon's Fury, hashtag better than Spinball Wizard. It's on a 100-minute wait. Yes, 100, 100-minute wait. This is one of the busiest times to visit Chessington during the summer holiday, one of the busiest Merlin parks. I'm probably going to say this throughout this video, but it's very true. It's one of the busiest Merlin theme parks. And Dragon's Fury, while it is a good spinning coaster, is it worth an 100-minute wait? Probably not, but I haven't been on it all this season, so it'd be rude not to go on it, wouldn't it? But I'll head around to the left now and just see what the actual queue looks like, because sometimes these boards can not tell the truth and they can lie, and the queue actually be shorter than they advertise it. So this is the actual Dragon's Fury queue line, and considering this is advertised at 100 minutes, it doesn't actually look like a 100-minute queue line. Like, I've waited up there before and it's been like 60 minutes, like the queue starts there, so I don't know how it can be 100 minutes. Potentially though, the fast track and accessibility queue could be quite long, and that's what's going to make it 100 minutes, because if you imagine you've got a long ride access pass and a long fast track queue, they're gonna have to filter those through along with the main queue. That's when it gets difficult, and that's what Chessington do. They oversell fast tracks. I remember coming here last summer, was it, and saying the same thing. They oversell fast tracks, and the ride access queue pass line is really long as well, so it all adds together to probably create a 100-minute queue time. So the board's probably not lying, but from the looks of things, they just had this main queue line. This definitely wouldn't be 100 minutes. This would probably be 45 minutes without all of the accessibility and fast track queue line, which they do have. But after I come off, I'll show you the accessibility queue and fast track queue, because then we'll probably get a true idea on what this queue line actually adds up to. Okay everyone, so I found the reason why Dragon's Fury might be 100 minutes, because this is the disabled queue line. It starts from this lad right at the back there and heads through. So basically it's a queue to get into the actual queue. So that's why it's so busy, because if you imagine, they've got to phase these people on, and also the people from the fast track queue, and also the people from the main queue. So that's probably why it's 100 minutes. Do I still think it's 100 minutes? Probably not. I think they're overestimated it, to be honest, to sell more fast tracks. But still, this queue line is very long. Disable pass or ride access pass at Merlin theme parks has been a problem now for many years. A problem that, as in, it's too long for the people who need it. Like the ride access queue for Wicker Man the other day as well was also coming out of the queue line. So it's been a problem now at Merlin parks for many years. They now use an external company to deal with ride access pass, where you sign up and submit the documents and stuff like that. But unfortunately, it's still this long. For people who genuinely need it, it's a very long queue line, but it is what it is. 100 minutes for Dragon's Fury. I still don't think it is that, to be honest, but we'll head in the queue line and see how long it actually is. And the actual wait time for Dragon's Fury was 60 minutes, which is not too bad for this Mara spinning coaster. So much better than Spinball Wizard at Alton Towers, or Sonic Spinball, whatever you want to call it. It sounds the exact same, but trust me, this one is a lot less rougher, a lot less jolty, and much more fun. I'd like to say it also has more of a custom layout because it goes through like the trees, all of the scenery, and like a little playground down there as well. I think it's called like the Dragon Playground. But this one is so much more enjoyable. I didn't probably get as much spinning action on Spinball Wizard, but it all depends on the seating arrangements. I got sat with another 4 people. There was 4 people in the car, so it didn't really spin that much. But apart from that, there's 2 lift wheels on this. It's quite a long layout for a Mara spinning coaster as well, and visually it looks so much better than Sonic Spinball, Spinball Wizard, because they've painted all of these support columns red as well, the close season, so they glow in the, not glow, but you know what I mean, they look much brighter in the sunshine, a lot more vibrant, especially to go with the new world of Jumanji. This coaster just looks so much better, so much newer than Sonic Spinball Wizard. Even though they were built pretty much in the same year. And also this one hasn't got its track repainted as of yet, but I'm sure they'll do it this close season because they've done support columns. It'll only make sense for them to do the track. But so far, Dragon's Fury looks so much better than Spinball Wizard, and also its entrance is very colourful with that gradient colour going up it. And the trains as well also look quite nice. Don't get me wrong, it's not the most exciting roller coaster of them all, but it fits Chessington's family market very well. And next up, it's time to head into the newest area, the world that is Jumanji. Inside the world of Jumanji, and you've got the wow factor of the coaster running all around the area with its bright green track and mandrill trains as it goes up the Jaguar Shrine. And yes, this area has been open for 3 months and a day, or 93 days, depending on how you want to look at it. But there it goes, down the spike, forwards and backwards, and the virtual queue system is still in place here at Chessington for Mandrill Mayhem. Currently in the summer holidays, you can only book 1 slot for it. And for that virtual queue place, I waited just over an hour. Literally, I was refreshing the page constantly because the virtual queue opens at 9:45. And yeah, waited just over an hour for it. It's ready for me to ride now. During the summer holidays, you can only book 1 slot, unfortunately. And here's how it will show on your device. It says I've got 29 minutes and it stopped counting down. That's because I screenshotted this to show you. And yeah, you get this QR code, which you then scan at the front. And once this time has run out, you then have 30 minutes to use it. So it's not like you have a lot of time, because as soon as that timer stops counting down, you've got to pretty much use it instantly because it's going to run out in 30 minutes and the QR code disappears. But we'll get in the queue and we'll ride Mandrill Mayhem for the first time in 3 months. Mandrill Mayhem is still as good as it was 3 months ago, although this time it has a little bit more of this action going on. I don't know how to explain it. It was like bouncing up and down on the track. It felt like there was like a really weird vibration particle matter like going on the track, which caused like the train to go like this. It's not rough, but it's not smooth either. But I still really enjoyed it. I was on front row. I did want back row secretly, but I'll still enjoy a front row ride. And with front row, you do get quite a lot of hang time on this spike. But it's great that they've got the virtual queue system in place because it really cuts down the wait. If they didn't have the virtual queue, it'd probably be like 2 hours to queue for Mandrill Mayhem, especially on its one train service. But because of the virtual queue, it eliminates the need for really a physical queue. I waited about 30 minutes in the actual physical queue line, which some people expect that it'd be nothing because they're waiting it online. But still, you've got to remember there's still loads of people who are also waiting it online, who are also going to go on the coaster. So it is going to build up, but it's way better than waiting in an hour on an hour and a half queue. And I still really enjoy Mandrill Mayhem. Definitely not as smooth as it was on opening. It's got like a little bit of a bouncing motion, and it's definitely not as smooth as the Swarm at Thorpe Park. And for me, the vest restraints do ruin it a little bit, because you imagine, like, I've got a rucksack on now. That's basically what a vest restraint is. It really, these collarbones here, it really like digs in. It hurts a little bit, to be fair. But apart from that, really enjoying Mandrill Mayhem. The two things that could make it better is a little bit less bounciness on the track, and also the removal of the vest restraints. Come on, they're just not necessary at all. One flat ride, two flat rides, and both of these rides have a 40-minute queue, so they seem to be proving quite popular.
A few moments later.
Ostrich Stampede has gone down, and also its best friend, Mandrill Mayhem, has also gone down. So these two rides are both down, but you've still got Mamba Strike. So if you still want a top dancer ride, it's still there in operation. But this one's a pain in the butt, because this, on opening day, was also constantly going up and down. Not literally, but in terms of like the operation of it was going up and down. So hopefully they get that sorted. It's an SBF Visa frog hopper ride, so hopefully they get it sorted. I mean, it's in its early days, so it's still only 3 months, but I'm sure it'll be fully operational and fully reliable, maybe next season. But Mandrill Mayhem has just gone down also. I'm sure it won't be down for long. It's a B&M after all. But anyway, finish here in the world of Jumanji, got a cupcake, so I'm going to head out and check out the other queue times around here at Chessington World of Adventures. Out of the world of Jumanji and into Wild Asia, home to the Zamperla Disco Coaster. These are very common now in UK parks. Drayton Manor got one in 2022, Blackpool Pleasure Beach has one, and I feel like every seaside resort also has one of the smaller models. It's just one of those sort of popular theme park models, and it's great, they're good fun, but I'm probably not going to go on one, especially when Kobra currently has about an 80-minute queue time, and Monkey Swinger also looks to have a pretty big queue there as well. But what also has a queue is the Slush Puppy stand here in Wild Asia. Look at this footage right here, the queue for the Slush Puppies here at Chessington. This has got to be one of the most busiest Merlin parks in the UK. You would have thought it was Thorpe Park or Alton Towers, but no, Chessington, the family theme park resort, zoo, aquarium and everything over there, look, they're waving. But yeah, the theme park, resort, family park with loads of attractions for the kids is one of the busiest, and also Legoland seems to be pretty popular. Probably not going to queue 80 minutes, actually definitely not going to queue 80 minutes. We'll head round to see the Land of the Tiger queue times now. Roar, heading round to Land of the Tiger, which is home to the log flume here at Chessington World of Adventures, Dragon Falls. And we'll see how, but I can tell that this is going to be a long queue. Look, it's all down here. But normally it is down there, so it might not be too bad. We'll see the queue time when we get down here. But you can also buy the Coca-Cola Freestyle Cups here at Chessington now, because they've all got the machines dotted all around the resort. In some of the areas like Croc Drop, they've got one here, and they've also got one in the new world of Jumanji. There's a lot of people in this area. What I've noticed, because I came here probably about a few months ago when it wasn't peak season, and what you notice is, when it's there, there's no one on the paths. So when it's 3 months ago, there was no one on the paths. Now, the pathways are nearly full. Like, it wasn't up there, but in the main areas, the main points where the rides are and like the food outlets and the arcades, there's a lot of people just dotted around. And this is the queue here for Tiger Rock, coming right to the edge of the entrance. Literally, that is the queue. The queue is literally where you get into the queue line usually. Wow, look at that. All the queue time boards here are not working either, so they need to get that sorted. I'll have a look at the app now and see how long that is. You can see the queue times there for some of the rides, including Tiger Rock, which is a colossal 75 minutes for the water ride. I remember just at the start of the season just walking right round, and it was like 15 minutes, 75 minutes. Yes, 7.5 is incredible for Tiger Rock. I'm not going to wait. To be honest, I've come here to Chessington not really wanting to do too many rides, because I can't be asked to queue 75 minutes for a log flume. It is busy, there's no doubt about it. Chessington is busy during the summer holidays. You can't beat around the bush. It is a packed park. And whether you agree with them putting so many people in the park, it is a theme park at the end of the day. But it's good that they've got the virtual queuing on Mandrill Mayhem, and potentially in the future, could we see virtual queuing come to some of these attractions that don't have it? I don't know, it is sort of coming to the future of theme parks, having virtual queuing and doing other things while you're waiting in the queue. It works so well with Mandrill Mayhem, and I think it's worked really well for Chessington, so maybe they could start phasing it into other rides like Tiger Rock, which usually get quite busy, but 75 minutes, absolutely no way I'm getting in that queue. The minor changes that Chessington do really make quite a big difference. Like, they've repainted this bridge the same colour basically as they repainted Dragon's Fury, and Dragon's Fury just looks so much better with the repaint. It looks so much brighter, so much more vibrant, and especially that it's next to a brand new area. Could you imagine having like a brand new area and then a coaster that hasn't been painted since it opened like over 10 years ago? It just looks so odd, whereas they've repainted Dragon's Fury and got the new World of Jumanji area. It just goes so well together, it complements each other because the new colours look so vibrant, so colourful, and hopefully in the future they'll also do the track for Dragon's Fury. But you know, we don't want to ask for too much. I'm sure they'll get around to doing it, potentially this close season. You can't ask for too much at once, can you? Dragon's Fury opened back in 2004 here at Chessington. That means next year it'll be celebrating its 20-year anniversary. I didn't know that till about 2 minutes ago when I googled it and looked at Coastopedia. But yeah, it opened back in 2004. That's probably the reason why Chessington are doing it up a little bit. I mean, this season we had them repainting the supports. Next, I mean, we can only assume that they're going to be repainting the track as well. So it's nice to see that they're doing something for its 20-year anniversary. And also, in just a few seconds as well, I'll show you the new maintenance shed that they've... I know, this is exciting as it gets. I'll show you the new maintenance shed that they built for Dragon's Fury as well. But it's nice to see that it's actually getting some work done, and it shows it has a secure future here at Chessington. The great thing about Chessington is that it's not just a theme park, it's also a zoo as well. You can see some animals. Like, you can see some animals here all around the theme park. Like, here's a tortoise, and actually cleaning them at the minute as well. Cleaning their shells. Can't really see it through the window, but you can sort of make it out. I think it's a paid for experience that you can pay to clean their shells if you want to. So if the queue times are too big for the roller coasters, pretty much like they are today, like 80 minutes, 75 minutes, there's also the chance to look around the resort and check out some of the awesome animals. They don't really get shown enough in videos. And yeah, I'm trying to show you some of them today because it's not just a theme park, it's also a zoo. And that's what Chessington used to be. It used to be just a zoo, and then it sort of got converted with John Wardley into a theme park resort. And it's such a great theme park, so much theming all around, and the rides are also really nicely themed. There's usually something out here climbing all of these, and they climb over this little river rafts ride here, and they climb all over the logs. I don't know where they are today. Maybe they've gone inside. Is it too hot? I don't know, but this little rafts ride, it looks very tame, but I've seen people come off there drenched, so don't be fooled by its little structure. That's all I'm saying. Toon Blaster Defeat the Curse also has no queue time board, but from looking at it, it looks probably about 40 minutes. The queue starts on the final bridge just round here, then you got to go down and then through the bottom of the queue line, then back up the stairs. So I reckon it's probably about 40 minutes. They have quite a big capacity on this ride because of all the trains going round, but it's a good, it's a good dart ride. It's not amazing. They've got some good theming pieces in there. It's just a shame that through the fans there's some light leaks, so you can see how some of the effects work. But overall, it's a good interactive shooting ride and brings a little bit of competition into your visit here at Chessington. If you wish to drop in the Croc, your queue time is 60 minutes. Of course we're all going to miss Ramesses Revenge, but Croc Drop is such a good replacement. It really fits the market for Chessington. Let's all be honest now, come on, let's have an honest conversation. The drop tower for Croc Drop is not amazing. What makes it is the crocodile that you drop into. I'll just ride it just to drop into the crocodile's mouth, and also you've got some lights and smoke in there, so it's a good experience. Not really about the dropping sensation of the drop tower because it's not amazing. You spin and get some nice views, but apart from that, it's a cool drop tower. Nothing really more to say. How dare they say choo choo? That's Alton Towers Runaway Mine Train saying, like, take that off, remove that. That's for Alton Towers only. Choo choo. That's Runaway Mine Train, Catania Canyon. What are they doing saying choo choo? Anyway, it won't be choo chooing anytime soon because Scorpion Valley Mine Train Ride is closed. It's closed. That's all there really is to say. They said it was going to open summer. It's not open. Still closed. No train on the track. That's it. That's your update. And also, there's some staff talking down there. What's that? I think I overheard them saying something. Hang on. Yep, confirmed. They're RMCing it. 75-minute wait for Rattle Snake. Yes, 7 and 5. 75 minutes for Rattle Snake. No, I'm not doing it. Sorry. And for that, for Rattle Snake, 75 minutes. Nah, and they always say a lower queue time on Rattle Snake, because last time it said like an hour. It took over an hour because they were running like 2 trains on it or something. But yeah, 75 minutes, absolutely not, no thank you. As with all Merlin parks, you've got the pizza and pasta buffet here at Chessington, and it's right opposite this very nice looking carousel, probably the nicest looking carousel I've ever seen. It reminds me or gives me vibes of Animal Kingdom. And also in this area, the Adventure Point area, you've got a stage, DJ Sharky's stage, which is for the Wilderfest event. I won't be sticking around for the entertainment, but I'm pretty sure it'll be good. I've heard good reviews from it, and Chessington always do a good job with entertainment. And we've also got the main stage set up as well, where they also do some live entertainment throughout the day. Strictly no admittance in this area, because this is where Creepy Caves was last year for Chessington's Halloween event. And yeah, they're doing some work down there. I'm not going to get too close, but I'll give you a little look. They've got loads of bricks down there. Looks like they're doing some new block paving, which will look very nice. Or digging it up, digging something up, not too sure. Don't know what that is there, under the tarpaulin. I don't know. It looks like they've got like a vacuum there doing something. I don't know what it is, but looks like there's quite a bit of work going on. Creepy Caves will no longer be at Chessington's Halloween event. They confirmed that they'll be ripping all of it out and putting something new in there. Don't know what it is. What will it be? What will the new scare maze be? I don't know, it's very interesting though. Creepy Caves is one of my all-time favourite scare mazes. Like, that includes Fort Park and Alton Towers. Last time I went on it, it wasn't last season, I think it was the season before I went on Creepy Caves. It was such a good experience. The actors were so full on in there. It was incredible. And last year, they did like a Creepy Caves after night thing where they even ramped it up even more. So I was sure it'd be even better last season than it was the season before that. But this season, for Halloween, don't know what's going to be in there. What will it be? I don't know. It won't be under the Creepy Caves name, but it will still be in a sort of cave building. So I'm not too sure. It'll be interesting. We'll be following the updates. And of course, it's not too long till Halloween. And I already posted a Halloween Alton Towers vlog, what potentially could be making its way, my predictions actually, on what could be making its way to Alton Towers for 2023. Plenty of construction going on though, and it'll be interesting to see what they do for this year's Halloween. We have got Vile Villagers, which is confirmed to be coming back this year as well. Wild Woods was where Vile Villagers was last year, and it was a very good scare zone. I think I went on it, or not last season, the season before. That'll be making a return here in Vampires area. This is the queue for the Gruffalo Dark Ride. Actually, it looks longer than it is, because when you think about it, it's just really a straight line, so that isn't too bad. Where Bubbleworks used to be, I never went on Bubbleworks. How was it if you've ever been on it? Let me know in the comments down below. I nearly tripped over there. Let me know, did you go on Bubbleworks? What's better, the Gruffalo or Bubbleworks? It's a 60-minute wait. Is it worth that? Probably not, but it doesn't look 60 minutes, depending on how quickly they're getting the boats out. Like, that looks quite short, to be fair. Anyway, we'll head down to Vampire, one of the busiest rides here at Chessington. You would have thought that the new Mandrill Mayhem was the busiest, and if it didn't have a virtual queue, it probably would be one of the busiest, but Vampire still remains one of Chessington's major family coasters. But what's the future of it? That's an interesting question. And that over there is the queue for Reserve and Ride. If you think that's big, take a look over to the right, because this is the queue for Vampire, 90 minutes. I've never seen this queue come out of like the actual entrance sign. Like, this is the start of the queue, like not even in the queue. This is the start of the queue. This is the queue for the actual queue. So there you go, it's long, it's very long, especially for Vampire. It is a classic ride, give it to it. It's got some nice whippy transitions, I guess. 2 lift hill special as well, but 90 minutes for it. Not too sure. I don't know whether even this is 90 minutes. Depending on the operations on it, this could be even longer than that. But yeah, Vampire, what's its future here at Chessington? It'll be very interesting. It's got the new Vekoma trains on it, but it is an aerodynamics coaster, which is no longer with us. And it is starting to get old. No matter how much work Chessington do around the area, it's still going to be the classic Vampire coaster, which track or support work hasn't taken place since its opening. So in the future, could we see it removed or potentially retracked? It's a hard one, because Vampire has a special place in so many hearts, but is it really, from a business point of view, worth retracking such an old coaster where they could probably build something even bigger and better? I don't know, it's an interesting point. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you like to see it retracked or replaced? In my opinion, as much as I love Vampire for what it is, it's a childhood favourite for me, but it's one of those where they could build something so much bigger and better in this area, have it themed to the same sort of theme if they wanted to, but it's just a lot of space to play with. That is it really worth retracking Vampire when you could get something bigger and better nowadays? At least Vampire's queue time board is working to show that colossal queue. Look, all going down here, wow. absolutely crazy. Chessington has got to be one of the busiest Merlin parks. Probably Legoland as well, but Chessington seems to just be so busy, whether that's because the amount of people that they let into the park, whether that's because they don't have enough rides to deal with the amount of people that they're getting in the park, I'm not too sure, but it can't be that because they've got the new World of Jumanji as well, which they probably increase the numbers of guests they let into the park anyway, but it just always seems to be so busy. And if you wanted to, these queue times, I know they sound long, but if you wanted to, you came here bang on 10 o'clock. There goes Vampire. You came here bang on 10 o'clock, you can definitely get all the main rides done here. But some people don't, they come at 12, 1ish, and that's when you start to get the complaints that they didn't go on all of the rides. But if you get here at 10, stay here right through till 6, you'll definitely make it on all the rides. And also, they now do an early ticket where you can get an early ride ticket. It's £20 and you can come in an hour early, so that's 9 o'clock, and yeah, just basically get early entry to Chessington. It's only available up to 100 people though, and that doesn't include the hotel guests, I think. So it's still going to be very quiet, but it's selected rides only, so it's only the World of Jumanji, I think it's Dragon's Fury or Vampire, I can't remember, and a few other rides. So it's not all of the major rides, but still, if you get that an hour early and there's only like just over 100 people in the park, you're still going to be able to get on like all of these rides with barely any queues. So it's a good choice, you know, it's a good option that Chessington have offered, and they might as well do it. They're letting the hotel guests use it anyway. There you go, all the theming on the inside of the World of Jumanji, and on the other side, a nice green warehouse. Lovely. If you do forget to virtually book on the app, you can do it on the day here at Chessington by scanning the QR code just here. But as I said earlier, they do sell out pretty fast, so get on your phone, get booking it as soon as possible. Virtual queuing opens at 9:45, so get on your phone and book it straight away. And there we go, that concludes one of my shortest ever days at Chessington World of Adventures. But mainly, I wanted to come here today to check out the queue times and see whether the app was lying or whether they actually are that long. And they did look quite long, to be fair, so I'll give it to the app, it was probably telling the truth. But also got back on Dragon's Fury and Mandrill Mayhem, probably both the standout rides here at Chessington. Some may argue that Vampire is as well, but for me, Vampire is just sort of a side roller coaster. I know that's probably quite controversial, but Dragon's Fury and Mandrill Mayhem are the two standout attractions here at Chessington World of Adventures. Of course, you can spend a whole day here. They've got zoo animals, rides, everything that you need for a day's out fun. Opening hours here at Chessington are pretty standard across all Merlin parks, 10 till 6, unlike Thorpe Park, not till 7. And yeah, Thorpe Park's the only Merlin park that opens till 7 for some reason. But Chessington is still got pretty good opening hours, but for the queues, it can get very, very, very busy at this park. So if you do want to go on Mandrill Mayhem, be sure to pre-book your ticket, not just Mandrill Mayhem, but also the ticket to Chessington, because then you'll save money, so why wouldn't you do that? But also remember to virtually pre-book your little slot to Mandrill Mayhem, because then that just ensures that you actually get on the roller coaster. I mean, everyone wants to go on Mandrill Mayhem. It's like the best coaster at Chessington, even though it is a little bit bouncy. But still, had a great day down here at Chessington. Plenty more videos on the way this summer, and a very exciting trip to Alton Towers hotels. So stay tuned, subscribe, so you don't miss any of those videos when they do come out. But with that said, thank you so much for watching right till the end of the video, and because you did, I'll give you this little sentence to put in the comment section down below. #Dragon's Fury, better than Spinball. It just is. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.